When it comes to food choices, what we eat has a direct impact on our health and energy. A simple fish sandwich may look harmless, but not all of them are created equal. Many fast food chains use heavily processed fish, unhealthy oils, and high levels of sodium that can harm the body over time. Eating these types of meals regularly may lead to weight gain, high blood pressure, and even long-term heart problems. On the other hand, choosing wisely can make a big difference. The right fish sandwich, prepared with fresh ingredients and cooked with care, can be a source of lean protein, essential omega-3s, and nutrients that support overall wellness. Knowing which options to avoid and which ones to trust is not just about taste, but also about protecting your health and making smarter choices for a better lifestyle. As life moves beyond 60, every choice we make plays a bigger role in shaping the quality of our days. Food, in particular, becomes more than just a meal. It becomes fuel, medicine, and comfort all at once. That is why choosing the right fish sandwich matters far more than most people realize. It is not simply about satisfying hunger, but about giving the body what it truly needs to stay strong, active, and balanced during this important stage of life. When we settle for less in our food, we often pay the price with our health. Many fish sandwiches served at fast food chains are loaded with unhealthy oils, processed fillers, and far too much sodium. At first, it might feel convenient to grab one of these quick meals, but over time, the body begins to show the impact. High cholesterol, rising blood pressure, digestive issues, and even fatigue can be traced back to poor food choices. After 60, when the body's natural systems work a little slower than before, unhealthy meals take a heavier toll. Settling for less means inviting problems that could easily have been avoided with a wiser decision. On the other hand, choosing a fish sandwich made with care, fresh ingredients, and healthier preparation methods can be a step toward greater vitality. Fish is naturally rich in lean protein and omega-3 fatty acids, both of which are essential for strong muscles, sharp memory, and a healthy heart. By selecting a sandwich that stays true to these benefits, you are choosing energy instead of exhaustion, nourishment instead of harm. This is where being selective really makes a difference. It is not about being picky. It is about respecting your body enough to give it what it deserves. After 60, many people begin to see life differently. The small things matter more, and quality becomes more valuable than quantity. Food is no exception. Each meal is a chance to nurture your health, to maintain your independence, and to continue enjoying the activities you love. Something as simple as avoiding a low-quality fish sandwich and seeking out a better one is a reflection of this mindset. It is a way of saying that you will not compromise your well-being for temporary convenience. It also becomes a lesson that goes beyond food. Settling for less in any area of life, whether it be health, relationships, or personal goals, leads to disappointment and regret. But when you decide that you are worth more, that you will only choose what uplifts you, the results are remarkable. This shift in thinking creates a ripple effect. A better sandwich today leads to more energy tomorrow, and more energy tomorrow leads to greater joy in the days ahead. So, why does choosing the right fish sandwich matter? Because it represents much more than a meal. It reflects your commitment to your health, your appreciation for quality, and your determination to keep living fully after 60. By not settling for less, you honor your journey and strengthen your future. Every bite is a choice, and every choice builds the life you live. Choose wisely, because your health, your happiness, and your years ahead are worth it. Life after 60 is a stage where wisdom and experience guide decisions more than ever before. By this time, one learns that not every option placed in front of us is truly good for our well-being. This is especially true when it comes to the foods we eat. Many low-quality chains advertise quick, tasty meals that seem harmless, but behind the shiny wrappers and tempting deals lie traps that can quietly harm both health and energy. Avoiding these traps becomes essential if one wishes to live the later years with strength, vitality, and joy. Low-quality food chains often hide their shortcuts in ways most people do not notice. A fish sand, which might look crisp and flavorful, but often it is filled with processed meat, artificial flavoring, and breading soaked in unhealthy oils. What may seem like a simple indulgence can actually flood the body with excess calories, sodium, and trans fats. For someone over 60, whose metabolism is naturally slower and whose organs already work harder to maintain balance, this becomes a dangerous game. These hidden ingredients can raise blood pressure, strain the heart, weaken bones, and add unwanted weight. The result is that convenience today becomes a health burden tomorrow. Another danger of these chains is the false sense of satisfaction they provide. Eating one of these sandwiches may feel filling, but it is rarely nourishing. The body, especially after 60, needs real nutrition: protein for muscles, omega-3 fatty acids for brain and heart health, and vitamins to keep the immune system strong. Instead of receiving these essential nutrients, low-quality meals often deliver empty calories. This leaves the body unsatisfied, leading to cravings for more food and, ultimately, overeating. The trap is that one believes they have eaten well, but in reality, the body is still asking for what it truly needs. Financially, there is also a hidden cost. These chains often market themselves as affordable, but the long-term price is far greater. Hospital visits, medication, and lost independence due to health complications can be traced back to poor dietary habits. By avoiding these low-quality traps, one not only protects physical health, but also secures financial peace of mind. It is a reminder that cheap choices today can become expensive mistakes tomorrow. The emotional toll is another layer often overlooked. After 60, energy levels naturally fluctuate, and mood can be influenced by what we eat. Foods overloaded with preservatives, sugar, and processed fats can lead to sluggishness, irritability, and even mood swings. When one falls into the trap of eating such meals regularly, the joy of daily living begins to fade. On the other hand, nourishing food supports a clear mind, steady energy, and a positive outlook, allowing one to truly enjoy this stage of life. Avoiding these traps is not about giving up enjoyment, it is about reclaiming it. By being mindful of where the food comes from and choosing chains that value quality over shortcuts, one gains confidence and control over their health. The difference is not just felt in the body, but in the overall rhythm of life. There is more stamina for hobbies, more strength for walks, and more clarity for meaningful conversations. Every decision to step away from a low-quality chain is a step toward living longer, stronger, and happier. Life after 60 is too valuable to be wasted on traps that weaken the body and steal vitality. Choosing wisely, avoiding the hidden dangers, and prioritizing true nourishment are acts of self-respect. It is a way of saying that the years ahead are meant to be lived with energy, dignity, and joy. By staying alert and refusing to fall into the traps of low-quality chains, one sets the stage for a healthier, more fulfilling journey forward. Life after 60 is a time to reflect on the path already traveled and to embrace the years ahead with renewed purpose. At this stage, one's health and happiness depend more than ever on the choices made each day. Food is not just about filling the stomach. It becomes a source of strength, healing, and vitality. This is why raising your standards matters. Accepting mediocre meals, especially those from low-quality food chains, is a compromise that the body can no longer afford. Every meal is a chance to give yourself the best, and you truly deserve nothing less. Too often, convenience overshadows quality. Many fast food chains offer fish sandwiches that look appealing but are built on shortcuts. Instead of fresh fish, they use heavily processed options. Instead of healthy oils, they rely on deep frying with fats that damage the heart. Instead of balanced seasoning, they overload the meal with sodium. For someone over 60, these compromises are more than small details. They are risks that can shorten energy, weaken immunity, and harm long-term health. Choosing such meals again and again is a form of settling for less, and settling for less eventually lowers the quality of life. Raising your standards means deciding that your body and mind are worth greater care. It means choosing meals that are rich in real nutrition, not artificial fillers. Fish that is grilled rather than fried provides lean protein without harmful fats. Fresh vegetables add fiber, vitamins, and minerals that keep digestion smooth and immunity strong. Whole grain bread offers steady energy instead of the crash that comes from refined ingredients. These small differences add up to powerful results: greater stamina, sharper thinking, and a lighter, more energized body. After 60, quality matters more than ever. The body is like a finely tuned instrument. It needs the right kind of fuel to play beautifully. A mediocre meal might satisfy hunger for a moment, but it does not provide the energy required for a full, vibrant day. In contrast, a meal prepared with care supports the heart, strengthens the bones, and protects the brain. This is the power of raising standards. It transforms not just one meal, but the entire rhythm of daily living. There is also a deeper, emotional aspect to this choice. When you give yourself better food, you send a message to your own soul that you are worthy of care, dignity, and respect. This is not just about physical health. It is about honoring your journey. After decades of hard work, raising families, and facing life's challenges, you deserve meals that celebrate life, not harm it. Settling for mediocrity in food is like settling for mediocrity in life, and this stage is far too precious for that. By raising your standards, you also inspire others. Friends, children, and even grandchildren notice these choices. They see that living after 60 can be full of energy, health, and joy. Choosing quality meals shows them that age does not mean giving up. It means choosing smarter, living better, and valuing oneself more deeply. In this way, every bite becomes a lesson in self-respect and a legacy of wellness. Life after 60 is not about accepting whatever comes your way. It is about carefully choosing what adds value and rejecting what does not. Meals are a daily opportunity to exercise this wisdom. By refusing to settle for mediocre fish sandwiches and instead seeking out meals that are nourishing, wholesome, and uplifting, you raise not only your standards, but also your quality of life. You prove to yourself that you are worthy of more, worthy of health, worthy of joy, and worthy of every moment that the years ahead still hold. Life after 60 is a season where wisdom takes center stage. It is a time when every decision, no matter how small, carries weight in shaping the quality of life. The foods chosen each day are not just about satisfying hunger. They are about preserving health, fueling energy, and adding joy to the years ahead. This is why making wise choices, even when it comes to something as simple as a fish sandwich, matters so deeply. Not all options are equal, and knowing how to separate what harms from what truly delivers can make the difference between living well and merely getting by. Many food chains present tempting options, but most are built on shortcuts, processed fish, excessive oils, and ingredients that offer little nourishment. These are the traps that drain health quietly over time. But there are always better choices waiting to be discovered, and two chains in particular stand out because they remain true to quality. They prepare meals with greater care, use fresher ingredients, and honor the natural benefits that fish can provide. Choosing these chains is more than a matter of taste. It is a decision that supports the heart, sharpens the mind, and strengthens the body. The power of wise choices lies in their ability to multiply benefits. A healthier fish sandwich made with real fish and grilled instead of fried provides protein that protects muscles and keeps energy levels steady. It delivers omega-3 fatty acids that support brain function and reduce inflammation. It offers vitamins and minerals that strengthen immunity and bone health. For someone over 60, these are not luxuries. They are essentials that make every day more vibrant and independent. But the power of wise choices extends beyond nutrition. When you decide to choose the better option, you also strengthen discipline and self-respect. You prove to yourself that you will not be swayed by convenience or clever marketing. Instead, you stand firm on the principle that your health is worth the extra thought. This mental shift brings confidence, and confidence creates momentum in other parts of life. Choosing better food often leads to choosing more activity, choosing better rest, and even choosing more meaningful relationships. Wise decisions ripple outward, touching every corner of life. At this stage, time itself is a precious gift. No one wishes to spend these years weighed down by avoidable illnesses or drained by fatigue. That is why finding the chains that truly deliver matters so much. They allow you to enjoy the convenience of a quick meal without sacrificing your well-being. They become trusted allies in your journey, reminding you that not every short-cut leads to harm. Some are pathways to balance when chosen carefully. There is also joy in knowing that you are not missing out. Too often, people believe healthy choices mean tasteless meals or boring routines. Yet, the right fish sandwich, prepared with care by the right chains, can be both nourishing and satisfying. This joy is part of living well after 60, the ability to enjoy food without guilt, to feel energized rather than sluggish, and to know that every bite is building a stronger tomorrow. Ultimately, the power of wise choices is about ownership. It is about recognizing that the life you live today is shaped by the choices you make today. By identifying and supporting the chains that deliver quality, you take control of your health, your happiness, and your future. You prove that age is not a reason to accept less. It is the very reason to choose better. With every wise choice, you honor your journey and invest in the years still to come. Life after 60 is a season where the focus shifts from speed and convenience to depth and quality. At this stage, health becomes the most valuable treasure, and every choice that protects it becomes a step toward living longer, stronger, and happier. Food is one of the greatest influences on health, yet it is also one of the easiest areas to compromise. Many settle for meals that are quick and cheap, only to face regret later in the form of fatigue, illness, or lost vitality, but there is a better way forward. By transforming your taste and saying yes to quality, you not only protect your body, but also create a richer, more satisfying relationship with food. The journey begins with retraining the taste buds. For years, many chains have conditioned people to crave fried, salty, and overly processed meals. A fish sand, which dripping in oil may seem delicious at first bite, but the sluggishness and discomfort that follow tell another story. Over time, this cycle dulls the senses and makes it harder to appreciate the natural flavors of real, wholesome food. By shifting toward quality, you begin to awaken the taste buds again. Fresh fish grilled with light seasoning, crisp vegetables, and wholesome bread offer flavors that are cleaner, more vibrant, and far more satisfying in the long run. Health after 60 depends on the ability to nourish rather than burden the body. Meals filled with unnecessary fats, preservatives, and sodium weaken the very systems that need the most support at this age. The heart, the bones, the joints, and even the brain are all affected by what is eaten daily. Choosing quality means saying no to regret later. It means protecting the heart with omega-3s, strengthening bones with essential nutrients, and keeping the mind sharp with foods that fight inflammation. Each meal becomes a choice to preserve independence, mobility, and clarity for the years ahead. Saying yes to quality also strengthens emotional well-being. Food and mood are deeply connected, especially as the body becomes more sensitive with age. Poor meals can trigger tiredness, irritability, and even sadness. In contrast, nutrient-rich meals provide steady energy and a brighter outlook, making daily life more joyful and fulfilling. This is especially important after 60, when maintaining a positive spirit can be just as vital as maintaining a strong body. Eating well becomes an act of self-care, a reminder that life is still meant to be enjoyed fully. There is a powerful freedom in no longer settling for mediocrity. Choosing quality meals is about more than avoiding illness. It is about reclaiming the joy of living without regret. It is about sitting down to a meal and knowing that every bite is working for you, not against you. It is about walking away from the traps of low-quality chains and embracing the dignity of choices that align with health, wisdom, and self-respect. This freedom allows you to focus on what truly matters: time with family, meaningful activities, and the simple pleasures that make life rich. Transformation does not happen overnight, but each small step matters. Each time you choose a better sandwich, a fresher option, or a healthier preparation, you are rewriting the story of your health. Over time, this becomes a habit, and that habit becomes a lifestyle. It is this lifestyle that allows you to age with grace, vitality, and confidence. Life after 60 is too precious to be wasted on regrets caused by careless choices. By saying yes to quality and no to regret, you honor your body, your journey, and your future. You prove that age is not a decline, but an opportunity to live smarter, feel better, and experience life in its fullest form. The transformation begins with a single choice, and that choice has the power to change everything. Life after 60 is about cherishing every moment with health, strength, and purpose. Each meal you choose is more than food. It is an investment in your future, your energy, and your happiness. By refusing to settle for mediocrity, avoiding hidden traps, and embracing the power of wise choices, you give yourself the gift of vitality. Quality meals not only transform your taste, but also your entire way of living. Say yes to what uplifts you and no to what harms you, because you truly deserve the best. The years ahead are valuable. Live them with intention, dignity, and joy.